hats go, it's one of those hats that like you never see anyone wear. But
yeah, because it's whack.
What?
Also, like you never see people wearing like British Parliament barrister wigs unless they're in British Parliament. Like,
yeah, but that's because
it's weird, dude.
Because people have learned to embrace their baldness, like you have.
I have learned to embrace it, except I got my hood up today.
Yeah. Except
but
you're
yeah,
trying to hide it.
you were asking about Deoices and Pavelski's
That's gonna take it
history.
Yes.
Like they've played like on and off together, and there will just be like times when I'm playing with Pavelski, and then Pavelski won't play a tournament with Deoices. Like they'll be playing together the rest of the time, but then a tournament will come around. In terms of recent placements at Summer Champs with Pavelski, Deoices got 7th, and then at Shine he got 7th, but it was with Egg. And then at Autumn Championships was 13th back with Pavelski, and call the Octo Brawl here, the most recent 2v2 tournament, he got 9th with Pavelski. So he's just like, he's flirting.
The top 8?
He got 7th
Okay,
in Summer Champs. But he's kind of flirting with top 8.
I will say, like, of his 2v2 partners, and Deoices has had quite a few in his very history time as a Brawlhalla player, Pavelski is one of the few that he is very much almost infatuated with. Like, he's very confident.
Oh, I mean, any real 2v2 partner that Deoices has had, he becomes like that with him. Like, we saw it with Effie, we see it with Pavelski.
Like, he is very attached to, like, significant 2v2 partners, ones that have been long-staying and can put up with him for long periods of time.
Something crazy, though, is they're playing on Brawlhaven.
Yes.
Which is a teeny tiny map, especially when you put all of these characters, which is huge force, hammers, axes. I'm surprised that we're going to Brawlhaven.
I mean, it does kind of negate the defense that a lot of these characters have, right? With 2 Undertakers on the Thor, right? With the Barasa, it kind of makes them more equal in the defense stat line. Wow. Saw hazN and eXo trying to go for that 2v1 combo. Didn't quite connect with that gravity cancel downlight, but it looks like they had to practice hammer and unarmed 2v1 combo. Oh, snap.
Wow.
Oh, snap. Where?
A little bit of a misstep there, but the damage was still done.
Yeah, for sure. And it locked up both Red Team members with it, so that's just fantastic damage that they got for free. Was that a save from Pavelski shooting Deoices out of hazN's
I think it was. Delay recovery. Not going to be enough even that high. If he would have been orange, that probably would have knocked out. Ooh!
Nice follow-up from hazN.
That was a really good punish on the signature for Pavelski, but a good turnaround and then a counter turnaround.
And that is going to even everything up. Everyone down to their final stocks here in game number 1.
hazN's hammer's really good, man.
That's what he's known for.
I love seeing him on this Thor pick because his hammer is so very good.
I've watched a couple of his streams, and he has said that he firmly believes that Thor is the best hammer character.
Me and my layman opinion, I hate to say, like, yeah, you know what? I would agree with him, like putting my stamp
As a guy
on
who
it.
never
like,
plays hammer,
yeah.
I totally agree. I don't know. It's an interesting argument because on the other end, there's like Cassidy with 8 dexterity.
Yeah.
So that definitely benefits hammer as one of the slower weapons. But a fantastic follow-up from Pavelski, and they're looking confident.
But Thor's hammer sigs are where his hammer is insane. He doesn't.
Hammer sigs are great.
One of his like biggest drawbacks, or quote-unquote drawbacks, is low dexterity, which doesn't affect his hammer too much, and he also has those amazing sigs. It doesn't affect the orb, if at all. High defense, high strength, so many things that Thor has in his kit, and the drawbacks really don't hurt him that much, which is why we're going to see a lot of Thor this weekend.
Thor also really popular in the 2v2 scape. High defense, which is so critical in 2v2s with all the different things that can hit you, as well as the fact that hammer is great for getting that additional hit of damage. It's just a lot of extra damage for a quick hit. Oh, hazN's in trouble though. 2 ground pounds connect, and Pavelski's going to finish off the stock.
Yeah, that started off a major ground pound from Deoices that put Pavelski into that zone to be able to finish that up and clean it up. Oh, that was close.
The side signature kind of swings up and down. It's not like a constant moving hitbox, and I think that's one of the reasons why hazN was able to avoid that.
So hazN was the first to fall, and he's also the most damaged in the game on his respective stock.
A little bit of bullying coming out from the blue team.
And he's on his final stock.
He's going to put him down to his final stock. Nice ground pound from Pavelski. And eXo's gone. hazN not even able to go down and save him.
We could see the possibility of a 6-stock here.
You're jinxing it.
I know I am.
I heard the start up to that statement, and I was like, you're trying to ruin it for this European team.
But this is definitely a different game compared to the last one. This is, like you saw Deoices' response at the end of the game. He kind of did a ooh at the end of last game. They've tightened a lot of those mistakes up, and I mean, it's reflected in the damage, in the stocks, in everything.
And I think that's one of the big things that Deoices likes about having this consistent teammate of Pavelski is that they get to work on their communication and work on their planning and making those adjustments. When you don't have that consistent teammate, it's a lot harder to make those micro adjustments game to game.
A lot of movement options coming out from eXo on the way to get back. hazN, you saw him rotating deep, maybe trying to hope for the save, but he wasn't able to find it. He's gonna fall. eXo's stuck in the 1v2, 1 stock to 4 against a very tanky Barraza and a very tanky Thor.
Pavelski's just going in on him. eXo's trying to fight, trying to get a stock, but the gravity cancel neutral signature will all but seal. No! They give him a chase dodge. eXo able to make it back safely, but still he's going up against the 4 stocks of this blue team. He's just trying to get something on his way out the door.
Weapon toss going high. Deoices coming in. Gravity cancel down heavy to finish that one up.
No grimaces coming in from Deoices.
Yeah, definitely not this time. They have to be feeling much more confident about that victory compared to the last one.
It is fascinating that Pavelski is on this Barraza pick. Like, he's kind of known for a Lucian. He's been rumored in the European region to have that pocket Vrax. So I guess he will have that Blaster's carryover over to the Barraza, but like most of the clips you'll ever see of Pavelski is his Katars popping off. Like almost every single time you see his Katars pop off. So it is kind of interesting to see him over to this Barraza.
But yeah, he does have that Blaster's carryover coming over from the Lucian, coming over from the Vrax. And his axe is shining as well, plus the high defense that Barraza brings to the table, and a pretty strong signature kit. Like, he has,
you see that neutral signature coming out.
He has signatures that are really, really good, and then signatures that are not so good. So it kind of evens it out a little bit. But overall, if you use
the average of the signatures,
yeah. But I mean, in reality, you're just going to use the good signatures and not use the bad signatures. So it gives him a solid signature kit, which is interesting because we saw him go for the D-Light side sig earlier, and I'm not sure why he specifically chose to do that.
Might be some sort of read from Pavelski. We haven't seen him on the axe go for kind of a down air and then land pivot neutral signature as a read, which was really interesting to see. But we're seeing him on his blasters currently. hazN doing a better job here in game number 3, holding on to this stock, not getting taken out so quick as Deoices is going to be the first one to fall.
Kind of staying around that weapon. You saw eXo throw up his spear, maybe trying to swipe the weapon.
Bit of patience coming out. Pavelski's still not able to get that first stock off the red team. Down signature will take one, and the stop sider will get the other.
Weapon's going to be stripped from the field by the blue team. One's coming in. hazN's able to grab an orb. Another weapon coming in. Is eXo going to be able to get over to it? He does. Finds the spear. Is he going to edge guard Pavelski? No, he's going to go over to Deoices. Go for the quick 2v1. Pavelski comes in with the rotation.
Oh, snap. That's so high in the sky. On something like Small Brawl Haven, that would have been death. But it's going to be hazN to finish off the stock of Pavelski.
Now, eXo and hazN are down 0-2 here. They're down 4 stocks to 3.
Oh, punish the spot dodge.
Pavelski's using a lot of Barraza's signatures, like a lot of them.
I've seen him use a lot of the axe neutral signature. We haven't seen the axe down signature quite yet, so he hasn't gone and hit every single signature, but I've definitely seen a lot of that axe neutral signature.
And I am a little bit surprised that we haven't seen the down signature because a lot of the other Barrazas today have been using that quite a bit.
That backward movement in it is pretty nice, but we're seeing the red team starting to take a significant lead here. Nice 2v1 combo onto Pavelski and put him into the orange.
Yeah, with a little bit of team damage from Deoices, that's what procced him into the orange. And we're at basically a tie game. Actually, the blue team is behind now as Pavelski's getting really close to that red.
But can see the way Deoices is hunting for eXo. He's staying right underneath him, just trying to get in on him, wants to get that stock advantage for the blue team.
hazN starting to take some punishment. They need to find this 2v1 damage.
Uh-oh, Pavelski's gonna fall. It's all left to Deoices and hazN, the Undertaker mirror match.
But Deoices still in a good spot. He's a little bit ahead in terms of damage. Stomp Cider gonna get him ever closer to the red. You see him drifting away from that ground pound that came in from hazN.
Dodge.
Yeah, that's the burn dodge. You saw him immediately go in with that ground pound. Deoices doesn't have to win this. They're still up 2 games. He can afford the loss here, or he can take the win, solidify that 3-0, and feel really good about this set.
hazN now onto his main weapon here. Deoices burns the dodge, and hazN not going to take the bait, doesn't go for the ground pound, instead is waiting for Deoices to burn his option, wait for that wall slip. Deoices saving the dodge so he can avoid it.
Oh, Scoops, not enough!
hazN trying to fight for his life. He wants to keep his team inside of this against this team of Deoices and Pavelski. That's
no
still
weapon
not
toss.
enough.
No weapon toss. Follow up immediately. Why didn't he weapon toss?
I think he thought he had it. The scoop finally does it. hazN, a sigh of relief, but that was so close.
By the skin of his teeth, just barely keeping himself alive.
They're thinking long and hard about this one. They know they barely survived that one, despite the fact that they had a sizable lead going into the final stocks there. And we're seeing a swap coming out from this team of Deoices and Pavelski. It's going to be the Undertaker alongside Bryn, but no Barb or Bryn.
Yeah, no Barb this time.
Actually, wait, no. Is that the red team swapping? So is that eXo switching over to the Bryn?
Yes. Oh, I didn't know that both eXo and hazN were Canadian.
I knew hazN was.
Yeah, I did too. That's the one I knew. Now, I don't know if this is indicative of any future plans, but Pavelski is wearing the N47 jacket, and he is playing under the N47 avatar. I don't know if that's an indication of any further plans.
A conditional thing, like, hey, if you win 2s, team gets picked up. It does happen a lot of times where you'll see teammates end up getting picked up into the same organization. It just kind of makes it nice and clean for the org.
Yeah, that happened with Rectify and iThrow, happened with Flashpoint Cody. Ooh.
Nice ground pound. Lots of damage being put out. Pavelski's the one with the most damage on top of him on the right side.
And we are back to Brawlhaven.
Ooh, nice Cider gets both blue team members in the weapon toss, and the red team with a lead. Are they making those adjustments, those slight adjustments between game 3 and game 4?
hazN and eXo both very red, but they do have the lead on Pavelski and Deoices. hazN not afraid to sit on the wall for a minute.
I mean, Hammer's so deadly on the wall, right? Like, recovery, able to just completely reverse a bad situation. Down to gets both blue team members. Again, the blue team stacking up and the red team taking full advantage of it. Deoices gonna be down onto his final stock as hazN finally loses his first one.
You saw eXo hit that shallow downlight on Deoices, but he was worried about the rotation over from Pavelski, so he immediately disengaged and tried to throw out that immediate neutral light.
The adjustments coming out from the red team. They're just looking stronger and stronger. This is why we do these game 5s, these best of 5s.
Yeah, they have a sizable lead at this point.
Nice punish from hazN, knowing that that down signature from the Undertaker pops him up, so you can stay grounded, stay underneath it.
Weapon spawn coming in. eXo's immediately able to get it. Jumps high, avoids the neutral signature from Pavelski. Now Pavelski without a weapon. The weapon toss coming in. D-Light side air. It's going to hit Pavelski and hazN. Are they going to get the kill? They get the kill onto Deoices. Pavelski into the 1v2. That is going to be a 4-stock for eXo and hazN.
The adjustment. I expect Small Brawlhaven to be banned out immediately.
Ban that.
They're like, nope, that did not work out in their favor, but really well done from eXo and hazN.
The Undertaker.
Just chilling. They're like, yeah. Those clean play, they know it.
The narrator really kind of stepped it up with The Undertaker. The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Is it just going to have to like go on from that eventually in like a year when there are 800,000 characters in this game, like the guy, you just yell a name?
Maybe.
You're going to have to step it up every time.
Every single time. Yeah, I mean, you know how it is with like living games like that. Like everything, the bar keeps getting raised and raised and raised. But it looks like we're going to a much larger map now with small Blackguard Keep.
Yeah, you were right. Brawlhaven was banned.
Regular Blackguard Keep.
3, 2.
But yeah, it's gonna be a lot larger. You're gonna see characters last a lot longer, which is great for these high defense characters, especially for Deoices and Pavelski on their higher defense. Barasa, Undertaker.
But hazN will also benefit from that as he's playing the Undertaker as well. eXo is kind of really the only one who won't quite benefit from that as much.
But he's not.
But
like
it'll still extend his
defense.
still extend his life as well. Man, that's a 30-second knockout on hazN. It seems like this map doesn't even care that he's high defense. Just contrary to what everyone would believe. See, there he goes again. D-Light into the side sig.
That's really interesting, especially when there are true combo follow-ups out of it. One thing that's working really well for the blue team on this map is that they're not being forced to stack up, which is one thing that they got punished so hard for in game number 4. Like you saw so many times where the red team just did one move that hit both blue team members.
That Deoices was taken out. If they're able to get this stock from Pavelski, you see the weapon toss up. Trying to put a wall between. Oh, man, that was lucky.
Oh,
that was lucky.
But look at hazN's health. He's the one on his second stock, and he is already about to be knocked down to his final one. That's a punish.
He's stuck in the 1v2 for just a few moments, but the red team was kind of playing back a little bit.
Yeah.
They weren't too aggressive on it.
Especially hazN, he had to be careful. Just like that, the side air is going to take him out. I'm surprised eXo didn't try to push it a little bit, try to set up for hazN, but it is going to be a little bit behind. eXo gets caught by the neutral signature, doesn't have the jumps, and Pavelski guarantees it by going for that ground pound.
That was a clutch GC instinct coming out from Pavelski, and this game is favoring the blue team.
hazN goes for the stomp side signature, but Pavelski able to spot dodge through it. He's trying to take eXo off the top.
You've seen the ground pound stalling coming out. He's able to do one more neutral signature. Not enough to get up, but he did survive for an extremely long amount of time. Long enough for eXo to be in the orange, long enough for hazN to be in the red. And Pavelski's still on his second stock.
Stomp, side air, Pavelski going to get launched, but again, this is Blackguard Keep, the far walls of this map, able to keep Pavelski alive.
Stomp side light, you see hazN immediately backdash, trying to get the reset, put out more damage onto Deoices. Neutral light is going to take out Pavelski, finally getting that stock from him, but hazN was also taken out. It's now eXo in this Game 5 situation, looking at 2 stocks from Pavelski and Deoices, who are ready.
Looking like an EU win.
They're ready for these 2v2 team follow-ups. The final hit, a side air from Pavelski.
And that is N47's Deoices alongside Pavelski, able to take game number 5.